I'm joined now by Aynne Kokas. She's a professor at the University of Virginia and a scholar in Chinese media at Rice University. She focuses on Chinese and American industry and is the author of Hollywood Made in China. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
So, we know that China has been known for years as the world's factory, and we heard in our story the word quality.
Right.
Are the days of low-priced goods gone?
So China's labor prices are increasing. A lot of lower labor cost countries like Vietnam and Thailand are taking over the slots that China used to follow in that labor sector. However, what we're seeing is the innovation of manufacturing processes, and I think this is really the next step in China's development.
How does automation play a role in all of this? And what does this mean for people like we saw in the story? More machines are taking over people's jobs. How will China need to adjust to all of this?
Well, this is a huge challenge, not just in China, but throughout the world. Companies that are increasing automation are creating situations where people who were previously doing those jobs are no longer able to. And frequently, the places where automation kills jobs are not necessarily the places where new jobs spring up. So this is a problem that we're also seeing in the United States. And figuring out how to change where the labor force is located and match those people with new jobs is a huge challenge globally.
It's a big adjustment. So when it comes to industrial reform, as we're seeing all these changes with China still a developing country, at the upcoming 19th Party Congress next week, what are you looking to see and hear?
So I'm anticipating a lot of discussion about supply side reforms, reducing coal production, and also a focus on the growth of the digital economy, because in addition to changing manufacturing processes, enhancing the digital economy is a major way for China to be able to leapfrog and develop through that process. So Made in China 2025, while it includes manufacturing, also needs to include new processes, digital processes, as well as automation.
How can China make itself more competitive then when it comes to manufacturing?
So I think some of the things that China is doing strategically are really smart. So we have high-tech zones, but also the support of education and entrepreneurship. And these are things that China has been doing very well, encouraging overseas Chinese students to return, supporting innovation and industrial development in cities. And we've seen some really great companies emerge out of that are really leading the way in key global industries. Xiaomi, for example, and Tencent are really, Alibaba are really kind of taking the lead in a lot of these spaces across a wide range of sectors.
So it's more technology and less manufacturing.
Well, I think that we can't necessarily separate the two, because manufacturing relies now increasingly so heavily on automation that while we see in the tech sector there's this evolution and growth, at the same time automation, AI, bots, these are all essential for enhancing the growth of the manufacturing industry, enhancing efficiency. Now, as we discussed before,